and I want to welcome you all. This is a very exciting moment. Lisa and Karen have been working tirelessly to make the perfect matches for all of us, and we are kicking off the announcements for our pairing for our mentees and our mentors. And while you're waiting, make a note to go ahead and check your profile on our asp.com website. Be sure it's correct and that you have all your new degrees logged on there for us so that we know what your accomplishments are. So be sure to go check that out.
Eileen, they can't change or add degrees. They have to actually send that to me, and I'm the one that adds their degrees.
Send it to Mel.
Good to know, Mel, because I was informed that mine is incorrect by Mr. Ferguson. So I will send you my
perfect
info at asp.com.
Sure, blame it on me.
I know. Well,
gotta blame it on someone, Dan.
And Marissa has put that email address in the chat box as well. Thank you so much, Marissa. All right, so I'm going to turn it over to you, ladies. Take it away.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the slideshow here, and we are going to hopefully get this to work correct. All right, you guys see what I'm seeing?
It's a reveal.
All right, well, we Karen and I have really tried to dig deep into the talents of the membership to be able to provide a really good mentorship experience. And so we're going to go through today and show you the results of our efforts. We feel this is a super valuable member benefit for new members, and I am myself a new member. It is fantastic to see the depth of experience of various parts of photography that is available within the membership, and the fact that you can for free access information from these people is like phenomenal. And I think it's also important to realize that all members can learn. So even if you have all the letters after your name, there's still things you can learn, and maybe from someone who doesn't have as many letters behind their name because they have a unique perspective on some part of photography. So I think we need to look beyond the letters, beyond the names, to know that we all have something to share. And that was very interesting for me as a new member to see that myself. So Karen and I, due to overwhelming demand amongst people, we've actually taken on 4 mentors each, or mentees each. So even I, as a new member, I feel like I have some expertise, even if it's maybe more limited. And I'm very excited to be able to give back right away, because I have also learned from others along the way. So this is a super good member benefit. We hope this program grows every year, because I think if more people knew really what was behind it, I think even more people would sign up. So this year we had, this year we had 67 mentees requesting a mentor. We have 34 mentors. So you can see that many mentors are doing double, triple, or even more duty to be able to provide this benefit for our mentees. And so there are 67 mentor pairings, and we'll go through those today. The mentors are going to provide 3 hours of free assistance to their mentees through October 31st. My guess is they'll be well through those before. And details of the mentorship are to be decided among the partners. If you decide, hey, we're really having fun, we're going to do more hours, more power to you. And if you decide you've gotten enough after a couple, that's fine too. So it's really going to be up to the members of the team to decide when and how you will meet. We assume most of it will be online. We weren't really able to consider geography, but hey, if you want to travel to each other, again, up to you guys. All right, Karen, take it from here.
Hey, Lisa said pretty much it all, but the areas that that people were requesting, we had many people wanting Photoshop painting, compositing, in competition, because so many of you are now trying to get your master artist degrees. So if any of you are proficient in that or getting proficient in that, or can help out a beginner next year, we need you. Also marketing and business and social media, lighting and posing, also the fellowship degrees in selling fine art. That was another area that we needed help with, the selling of the fine art. And then macro photography and others. So we had many, many things. And even if it's not listed, you know, if you're going to be a mentor, put down a few different things, because if you only put down one or two, it was much harder for us to pair people because of the number of people that just put one item on there. So I think we're ready to start, and we thank you all for being willing to be a mentor and signing up to get a mentor. So we're going to leave it up to you guys. So mentors and mentees should both reach out to their partner once they receive the notification. You know, a lot of times the mentee will hold back thinking that the mentor is too busy. But if they signed up, shoot them off an email, find out what their schedule is, and schedule your sessions. Okay. And if there's any problems with a mentor or a mentee, you can contact either Lisa or myself. And yeah. And thank you for all for participating. This is a great learning experience. This is my second year mentoring, and I've had a mentor every year as well. So all right, let's start the reveals. All right. First up, we have the wonderful talented Bob Coates mentoring Jennifer Alvey, who is also very talented, and they're doing compositing and painting. And then we have Chris Woolley and Kate, and I am going to mess up your name, so please don't be offended. So I'm just going to say Kate. So Chris and Kate are paired up, and they're going to talk about marketing and compositing. And then we have Connie, who is also great at photo competition. She always works on all of the print comps for images of distinction. So she is well versed in that. And her mentee is Lynn Blackwell.
All right, and now we'll have Rosalind Gooder, I think that's how I would pronounce it, who is going to be mentoring Sherry Blumel. Again, photo competition, another super requested area. So I think with all the new merit image review stuff, we're hoping a lot of people will be interested in that for pursuing additional degrees. Cheryl Moore, lots of stuff to be able to share, is going to be mentoring Bruce Bonnet with some Photoshop painting. Again, very popular. We have Cassandra Sullivan is going to be mentoring Ed Broussard, again with some photo competition. So we're seeing a lot of interest in that. All right, Karen.
Okay. Sherry Brownlee is going to be mentored by the fabulous Tony, and Tony is going by Tony Marie now, Marie Harriman. So on photo compositing, and Tony is fabulous. Okay, who do we have next? Oh, Mel. Lucky guy, you. You get to spend 3 wonderful hours with me. So I'm looking forward to that, Mel. And Mr. Ferguson, Dan, is going to be mentoring Dennis Chamberlain on photo competition. And Dan's got a lot of words. Dan kept me company the entire trip home from Pennsylvania, he talked me through New York City. So what do we have next?
All right, looks like we've got Ella Carlson with a whole lot of letters after her name, is going to be mentoring Angela Chen in Photoshop, compositing, and painting. So Angela, you've got struck pay dirt there.
Mm-hmm.
And Connie Connie is already doing another one here, but she's going to be mentoring James Corbett with Photoshop painting and working towards an artist degree. So well job there. And then Bob Coates again coming up to mentor Lisa, I think it's Kuchera, hopefully. Again, Photoshop compositing. So we'll be looking forward to seeing all these new works of art coming up here. All right, Karen.
Okay, Chris Paulus is going to be mentoring Carol Davis on Photoshop compositing. You're going to learn a lot from Chris. He knows a lot about compositing and artwork. So who else do we have? Oh, Mr. Ferguson, who I just met at Imaging. Lucky you.
Yay.
We get to spend some time together, Mr. Ferguson. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'll start raising the bail money.
Okay. You better, Dan. Okay, and Peggy Fisher, another lucky another lucky winner. I hope I can teach you a thing or two on photo compositing. Okay. And I think you're up.
Okay, so we have David Lloyd, who is going to Sherry is going to be mentoring Sherry Frixell with lighting and posing. And then Michael, is it Pucciarelli? Hopefully that's right. Mentoring Sharon Fuente, Photoshop compositing and painting.
Pronounce it right.
And we have Ella Carlson back again for another round with this time Elena Ganasova. Elena, we're just gonna say Elena. Photo competition and Photoshop compositing. So lots of that. And we've got Judy Rainford with Beth. Okay, Beth. I don't think I'm going to get this last name right. But Photoshop painting. And Judy is phenomenal with her Photoshop painting. So you will not be left in the dust there. That is going to be phenomenal as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, on macro photography, Chris Richmond is going to be mentoring Susan Gertz. Chris Richmond is also very talented. And who else do we have? We have Joan Walker on social media, painting and lighting, and she's going to be mentoring April Graves. And then Jeff Johnson is going to do basic Photoshop basics, tools, adjustment layers, landscape with Elaine Graves. What else do we have? And Dennis Chamberlain is going to be mentoring Tony Harriman. And I spoke to Dennis personally, and he is thrilled to be mentoring Tony. So, Lisa.
All right. And so lucky John Harrell is going to have me as your mentor. We'll see if I can help you out with the Photoshop compositing and painting. And then Jim Doyle is going to be mentoring Lisa Hill in marketing and fine art sales. And Jim Doyle's also going to be mentoring Kenzie Hunter Hokinson in business. Okay, Karen.
Okay, Abby Sullivan, who is my partner in crime. She does all Zoom programs with me. And she is going to be mentoring Holly Klimek. Klimek, is that right? Holly, I think, has taken some of our Zoom classes already, if I'm not mistaken, but on Photoshop basics and painting basics. Who else do we have? Cheryl Moore is going to be mentoring Elisa on Photoshop painting. Oh, you're going to learn a lot from Cheryl. Okay, and who else do we have? Corey is going to be mentoring Bruce Landis in photo competition. And I'll do one more. Sandra Pierce is going to be mentoring Charlene Larkin. And actually, Charlene and I took Sandra probably around 7 years ago. So, Charlene, I hope this is going to be a good refresher for you.
All right, and Sandra Pierce is also going to be mentoring Marcella Limon in Photoshop painting. Again, we'll learn a lot. I know that. Michael Pucciarelli is going to also be mentoring David Lloyd with some Photoshop. Oops, did I go too far? I did. With Photoshop painting and marketing. And Susan Gertz is going to step up to be able to help mentor Adriana Lopez in Photoshop compositing and painting. And Susan is going to be very good at that and has done quite a bit of that as well.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, photo competition, Corey and Julie are going to be paired up. So you guys get together. Oh, and the ASP fellowship and education degrees. You can't get better person than Christy Steves to help you out, Samantha. So Christy and Samantha Marshall are paired up. And oh, lucky me, I'm getting Chris Woolley. Chris, look out. I'm going to pick your brain, buddy. I just spent a few days in Washington with Chris, teaching there. So I am so excited to have Chris as my mentor. Go ahead.
All right, we've got Chris Paulus. Again, lots of letters after his name, and well-versed, hopefully, in the educational associate degree to help Colby McLemore with that. And again, Susan Gertz is going to be mentoring Kristen Merck, Photoshop compositing and painting, and hopefully that will be a great match. And I'll take one more. So Ashley Metler, you are going to get me for Photoshop painting and try to help you through. I think you are totally into the animals, so am I. So hopefully we'll be able to work well together. All right, Karen.
Okay, the fabulous Tony Marie Harriman is going to be mentoring Julie Metler on photo competition and painting. So that's going to be a great match. And John Herrera, is that right? Is it? I'm going to totally mess this up. You're going to be mentoring Nazar. I'm not even going to attempt your last name.
John Perey and Nasser.
Oh, Chris, you're on here. Yay. Thank you. Chris, jump in anytime to correct me. Oh, you will. On compositing and competition. And I'll do one more. Oh, Mr. Ferguson, Dan Ferguson is going to be mentoring Rhonda Moore Strickland on competition. So we expect great things from you, Rhonda.
All right, we've got Jim Doyle, who is going to be mentoring Christine O'Neill in marketing. And we have Cindy Shaver is going to be helping with posing for Sue Ogar. And Chris Paulus, once again, is going to be sharing expertise with Kimberly Olker in Photoshop compositing. Chris is going to be busy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, on compositing and painting, again, Jeff Johnson is going to be paired up with Linda. We had a lot of compositing and painting people. And Marissa, the Queen of Sass, is going to be mentoring Michelle Penning on social media. There's a good pair. Sandra Pierce on photo competition with John Herrera again. Right.
Bruce Hendricks is going to be mentoring Barbara Potter in lighting and Photoshop. And Connie Sanders, one more time here with Lori Probst, hopefully, and Photoshop compositing. And one more, Cindy Shaver is going to be mentoring Michael Pucciarelli in photo competition and pricing. And you may have noticed some people are mentoring and some people are being the mentee. And I think it's fabulous that people can give and take on this whole program. I think it's an excellent way to learn stuff.
Okay, again, on compositing, painting, and basic, Tracy Van Zeeland is going to be mentoring Phil Rubino. I hope I
Yep.
got the names right. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Wonderful, Phil. Thank you. And the fabulous Chris Woolley is also going to be helping out Stephanie's. I know Stephanie's name all the time. Saborin? Is that how you say it, Stephanie? On marketing. And then Chris Richmond again is going to be mentoring Connie Sanders. And
Great.
Connie Sanders is going to be mentoring Linda Sherrill. And thank you for all these people that have stepped up to mentor more than a couple of people. It's really, really appreciated. And we hope more people will step up next year once they're mentored and you're ready.
Exactly.
Good.
All right, we've got Michelle Pennings, and she is going to be mentoring Moses with business. And Judy Reinford, again, is going to be mentoring Jamie Steno, Photoshop, compositing, and painting. And Karen McCall, you get to play again, this time with Cindy Stroop on Photoshop painting. I think you have a few things to teach, so that'll be good. All right. Do I have one more?
I'll do it. John Powers is going to be mentoring Abby Sullivan on compositing and natural light. And Joan Walker is going to be mentoring Cassandra Sullivan on marketing. And Lisa, again, with some Photoshop painting with Jim Trapp.
And we have Judy Reinford again with Tracy Van Zeeland. And again, Photoshop painting. A very, very good match. And I am going to be doing another mentoring for Linda. And we'll be doing photo competition, Photoshop compositing, and painting. All right. Is it your turn or my turn?
I guess I'll take it. Jen Hargroves is going to be mentoring Diane. Oh, I'm not even going to attempt it. Chris, help me out on gallery presentations.
It's Wagasback.
Wagasback. I'm going to put that in my head. Wagasback. Okay. Thank you, Eileen. And Marissa, the Queen of Sass, is also going to be helping Daniela Weaver out with social media.
And we've got Richard Trummer, who is going to help out with Doran Wilson for the Educational Associate degree. And we have Tracy Van Zeeland, who is going to be mentoring Terry Wingfield, and that'll be for Photoshop compositing. And that's a wrap. So we hope that these matches will be fulfilling for both the mentee and the mentor. We tried to go as far as even finding out what people's actual interests were in Photoshop as best as, or excuse me, as in photography as we could, so that we could help you find someone you could absolutely connect with. And we really appreciate all the mentors for agreeing to provide these hours for their mentees, but we really feel it'll be a benefit for both sides. So if anybody has any questions, you're going to definitely want to reach out to either Karen or myself. I have emails ready to go as soon as we're done here today, and we'll be sending them out. You will get usually a mini bio of your mentor or your mentee, as well as their contact information. We are asking that you reach out to each other so that nothing gets missed. If you do not hear from your person within a few days, then and you're having trouble getting a hold of them, do reach out to us, because we have ways of dealing with this. So we don't want anybody to feel left out or not get their mentor and mentee arrangement started. So all the contact information will be in those emails. And we hope you enjoy your mentorships. And we've been a pleasure working with all of the various people and learned a lot about you guys already. So thank you very much. Karen, you got anything else to say?
Thanks, Lisa. It was a work of
Love.
a work of love, many hours trying to coordinate. So if you know someone that you would like to be a mentor, reach out to them and say, yes, can you do a mentorship? Because it's all about learning and pairing you guys up and learning from each other. So, you might learn a thing or two from your mentee as well. So I look forward to connecting with the people that have luckily have gotten my name. You
And
may
me as
regret
well.
it. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing. I see you laughing, Mel, but it'll be a good thing. All right. So you guys reach out, and thank you so much for stepping up and helping out. ASP really, truly appreciates it and appreciates you because it makes us a stronger organization.
Yep.
So carry on. Happy creating and have a good day, guys.
Thanks,
There's
everyone.
lots of love.
Thank you.
Lots
Bye.
of love in the chat box, in appreciation for all your hard work. For those that are still here, we've recorded this and we will post it on the public site of the YouTube page for ASP if you're interested in watching it. And as the lady said, letters are going out today if you missed the announcements at the beginning. And happy learning.
Aileen, I have one last thing. We didn't mention that we had a couple of mentors that were unable to pair up with someone because no one had requested it. So if you are going to request a mentee for next time, put in 2, 3, 4 different things because we had someone on birding, and I would have loved to do that as well, but I needed Chris. But put in different things that you might be interested, because then we can pair up people. And I felt bad that we had to not pair up some people that were willing to share their knowledge. So, if you have a couple of things that you do, put it in. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank
All
you, Aileen.
Thank you.
Got it right.
Thank
Bye.
you, guys.
Thank-
Welcome.